How do you do, the YouTubers? It's Chunky Crops here for another installation of the kitchen garden. We're down in Kingoodie today. It is now the 30th of November. It's getting absolutely freezing. As you can see, everything is frozen like grass, so we'll not be doing any grass anytime soon. But it's still plenty of time to get things prepped for winter. So all your fruit and everything's, you know, your apples and things like that, all the leaves should be falling off. There maybe be some fruit left, but it'll be frozen probably. But today what I'm going to be doing is setting about all the dead foliage in this grapevine, in this greenhouse. Now what you want to do is, with a bit of camera magic later I'll show you what's done, but what you want to do is you want to get to the main cane. Alright, so if you trace it as far as you can to the fattest thing there. So there is the main cane. So what I want to do is you want to follow that and find its strongest points. Now you want to kind of train this. I'm going to be training this just like the last one I did. I'll put a truss up and along the roof here, up and along the roof, all the way along until it stops. I'll stop it probably, sorry, on the last truss here. I'll stop it so it doesn't shoot out the door. And then you want to take away mostly everything away from the walls and just shorten everything back. So with a little bit of crappy camera work from myself falling over everything. Yeah, sorry, a little bit of camera magic and boom. So, a little bit of camera magic and it's done. Don't worry, it hasn't taken me that long, but here in Invergowrie up in Scotland, sun sets now at 10 to 4. So, it's taken me about 40 minutes to get this all done. I was speaking absolute codswallop when I said I was going to train this. I should have remembered, sorry, it's so dusty in here. You could hardly see anything. But, never mind that, it just looks like, that's crazy, isn't it? So it's just so much dust in here from me sweeping up and all these things. If you can open a window, try and open a window, but it looks like it's snowing in a greenhouse at the moment. So yeah, this is the main cane of what's left. Alright, so I've cut pretty much absolutely everything back, leaving a bit of fruit on, see if any energy goes in it, because it's probably the only ones that aren't mouldy. And then yeah, there's absolutely nothing touching the glass whatsoever. So what we'll do into the spring and the new year, we'll train this up and right along this truss. So then what you'll have is, see a bit that I've left, you'll have these pieces here like that, alright, and then yeah, so you can just literally have all the hanging fruit, so then you could just literally grab a bunch and off you pop. But yeah, so that's that, very, very tidy now. If you remember what you saw before, it was completely covered. So then what I'm going to do now is I'm just packing up everything. It is night time now. And what we're going to do is we'll be back down here next week or something like that. That is the amount of stuff that came out of there. It was absolutely mental. And yeah, don't worry, Greg Morris, I have 2 canes for you. In another video, probably in the next day or two, I'll show you how to cane grapes and things, so then you could actually, you know, use a cutting for it, sorry, not a cane, a cutting, and then you could actually do your own grapes. Now, if you take a cutting from a greenhouse, it must be grown in a greenhouse. These are the plums. That'll need pruned back quite a lot. As you can see, it's very, very tall. You don't want that, because if it's producing too much fruit, all the branches are going to end up getting so heavy next year, they'll snap off and you'll ruin your trees. So, and this young apple tree here, if you remember before, it was absolutely saturated in apples. We'll have to cut off these branches here, like these ones sticking out there and all that. And then there's an apple tree in and behind here that's got no fruit left. Sorry, the focus on this is absolutely terrible with the light on. So yeah, we'll be cutting that back as well. So yeah, thanks very much guys. I'm sorry it's been so long. Between my gorgeous 7-month-old son Eli teething, my 7-year-old boy losing his 2 front teeth, Christmas coming round, my daughter's birthday, Christmas, all that stuff, I've been so busy I've completely forgotten to take any videos or photos. So yeah, thanks very much guys. Like and subscribe to the channel, share amongst your friends. And any queries or questions on any fruit that you should be growing for next year, or if I can get my hands on any cuttings for you, I'll definitely get back in touch, and we'll see what we can do for you. Okay, thanks very much YouTubers. Howdly doodly.